Hello and welcome to another update video about Cardano. Today we take a look at the Cardano chart and the Bitcoin chart, and we can see that Cardano is correcting a little bit, but look at all the other cryptos. The whole market is doing it at the moment. The whole market is taking a breathe out, which has to take place, after such a good day that we had yesterday for Cardano. There are a few who still do well. One of them is Cardano, that I talked about as well a couple of days ago, and now it started to ramp up again, but yeah, most of them, especially like in the top 10, they are taking a breather now. So it's just again about being patient. As I said yesterday in the video, there's always energy around, energy between buyers and sellers, and at some point whatever goes up needs to correct as well. So we're doing that at the moment. We take a look at Bitcoin. Before we do that, I want to take a look here at the on-chain, just some on-chain information for Cardano. Or pretty much information from the exchanges, pretty much when Cardano, how many people are actually sort of at the money, which means they are sort of in the break-even range at the moment. How many people are out of the money, which means, that they are basically at a loss at the moment. They bought at much higher prices. So we can see that out of the money are currently 533,000 addresses. That has dropped now since the price has gone up. But the area within which we are at the moment, this gray point here, this gray dot or circle, this is pretty much the biggest circle that you've got around here. And this is this means that most people that I have currently invested, out of all these circles here, they are currently at the money. Which means, yes, there are a lot of people in profit. They are holding. Here, nobody seems to be selling here at the moment, at least not at a large scale. But most people here, this is a big barrier, right? I look at the circle, these circle sizes here, but a lot of people here, and that's nearly 500,000 addresses in this range here, they are actually at the money. They are at break even. That means as soon as we reach a certain level, for example, 230, 232, they are likely to sell, because it took Cardano so long to now pick up that people have become impatient. People want to break even and go into other cryptos, even though I think that's not the right idea, because now that Cardano has started to move, it might be worth staying in there, but that's only my view. People try to break even, people got bored with Cardano and they want to sell. So it will be a bumpy ride. It will take a while to get through these key resistance levels, because people want to break even. Unless people then, rethink and say, all right, now it has started to pick up, maybe I should stay in there. So it's just something to keep in mind, that this is the area with probably a lot of resistance. Probably more resistance than we will have here between 234 and 241. I think as soon as we get above 235, yes, we were there yesterday, but we were massively overbought as well. But as soon as we get there, it shouldn't be a big problem to get to 245. But then here, again, it starts at 241 as well, but it goes up to $3, another huge area where people are out of the money, another 500,000 addresses. So you can always expect people that they try to break even then, even if it's not all of them, but a lot of people will try to break even and will sell, which will keep the price down. Just want to let you know. And because always the question comes up, what kind of overview is this? This is called Into the Block. Just go to intotheblock.com. But the deep dive information here costs a subscription fee. I think it's quite useful. What I also wanted to show you is the number of hodlers, because that hasn't really changed. We still have an all-time high in hodlers. People who've been holding Cardano for over a year now. The average time held actually is 1.9 years. So it has a lot of support. Most people are staking ADA. And then you've got people between 1 and 12 months holding, again at an all-time high. And then you have more traders coming in, so short term. That means people bought. I did mention that in my last, I think in the member live stream, where we took a look at this as well, and we saw it picking up. It actually means that more and more people are buying now again, because this has gone up more than it was, I remember, in the last video. So people are buying ADA, which is good to see. So overall it's increasing. Even though I said here most people are at the money at the moment, I don't think they have really started to sell, because it hasn't dropped massively since my last video. I would need to go back to that video, see how many addresses we had here in that range before, but I think it hasn't dropped a lot. But just keep in mind, as we go higher, people might start selling and it will keep the price down. Now let's take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin still taking a breather, back below the old all-time high. having struggles here to get through the all-time high, which, you know, if we don't pick this up, it could indicate another market rollover here. I would have expected Bitcoin to break out of this bullish flag here, this bull flag to the upside, yeah, and get to a level of around where you saw it here, the high of wave 3, get to a level of 70k. Now that hasn't happened yet, but I still think this is a bull flag. Nevertheless, it's looking similar to what we did back here. So we had as well a move up, yeah, and a correction, bull flag, move up, and this looked like a bull flag as well, but we actually rolled over, yeah. So that is something to keep an eye on. But I said yesterday, my view is actually that we will, oops, did I do here? My view is actually that we will go up a little bit higher potentially from here, maybe to 70k, and then go into the area of around 65k for correction. So that might actually happen already, yeah, and that we haven't really got to the 70k, but we only got to 68.5k. I still think at the moment we will go up once more. We have now come out of the overbought range on the 4 hour. So it could be we might have enough steam here to carry on, but there's a lot of profit taking going on at the moment. You know, we have here on the daily as well, we've come out of the overbought range. We weren't even actually in there. So we have a little bit more power actually to go up. And the MACD has given us a buy signal as well. I think at the moment, it's just taking a breather at the moment. No reason to be concerned in any way at the moment. But, and also on the daily, you can see actually, on the daily, it looks a bit different to back then, because here on the daily, it dropped quite fast. This here still is a bull flag. You know, even on the daily, you've got 1, 2 candles here that are basically retracing a little bit, whereas back here, you had a strong move to the downside that was not a bull flag. Okay, so yeah, yes, actually a strong correction back then, whereas here this could really be a bull flag from which we come up once more to around the 70k level before we then correct and then go up again. With ADA has now dropped, oh no, yeah, it is above 220 still, which is positive. I wouldn't be surprised if we actually drop down to the 50-day moving average again to get a retest. That would also be above that previous high here that we made on the 3rd of November. So, you know, be prepared, that could happen. This would also not be from a Fibonacci point of view. That would not be unusual, because what it would mean is that we only come back to the 0.5 Fibonacci retracement level at 215. That wouldn't be a massive issue. Yeah, from there we could continue to move up, but it sounds like, or seems like, we're currently finding support here at that previous high here at around 220. And at some point, in my view now, that we have broken this downward spiral, we should continue to move up. For that, Bitcoin needs to behave. If Bitcoin now goes down to 65, yeah, maybe then Cardano will go down to 215 again. But yeah, we should hopefully continue or move up here. Again, it's taking a breather now. Yeah, profit taking going on, and from then on we should be able to continue. And again, that could become here a bull flag as well. Maybe a little bit of a retracement here going on. Importantly, on the daily, we have stayed above the 50 level on the RSI, which is important, and the MACD is still giving us a buy signal here. We're actually going to cross the 0 line very shortly on the MACD to continue our way to the upside, which might give us a buy signal as well here. And yeah, Cardano looking so far still quite good. On the 4 hour, you can see very nicely that this is, in my view as well, just a normal retracement after a peak actually yesterday to nearly, I think 237 we came up yesterday. And there you go, you just have a retracement. You come back to this support line here, and we now need to get above key resistance levels, and you see it here. I had it on the chart already, this 232 line that we need to get through. Yeah, this is critical, and we didn't get through there yesterday. It is important, yeah, I mean, just to suggest, you know, just an idea what this could become. You could potentially see here an ascending triangle or something like that emerging, because you've got this uptrend here. So we could potentially draw a trend line there. We don't have enough touches in my view for a trend line here at the moment, but could be a potential that we try it once more, maybe even come down to 215, try it once more, make a higher low, try it once more, and then break through or something. So this is a possibility that could help us to break through this 230 level. Also would support the profit taking, because people could take profit here, go down here. People who want to break even take profit here, go back down, and then shake the weak hands out, and then we continue our way up. Last thing I want to show you is here again the fib levels. The 205 is a critical support level. If we, hopefully we don't get back to that level again, $2.05. That's a critical Fibonacci retracement level. And up there we've got the 0.382, which is the 230. So very close to the 232, which also explains why we got stuck there. Overall, crypto market cap still going up, pretty much at an all-time high. Yes, we've dropped a little bit, but nothing worth mentioning in my view. And maybe very last, the ADA/BTC. You can see here on the chart that we have started to turn around here. You can see these teal lines here. That was my suggestion how it might turn out, and it seems to turn out like that. We started to turn around here. Now have a little bit of a breathing out and find support at the 20-day moving average. So we have been below the 20-day moving average all the time now, and then we've jumped above it yesterday, and now we are retesting the 20-day moving average, as it seems that is taking place here. Yeah, just came down exactly to the 20-day moving average. So that's looking good. Yeah, so that's pretty much the update for Cardano. Hope you liked the update. If you did, please smash the like button. And if you want to follow me on this crypto journey, please subscribe. If you really like the content, we also have a Telegram group and Discord, and you can access that if you join as a channel member. Thanks a lot. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.